The hostage deal. I wanna chime in real quick because everyone seems to be talking about it, and I feel like we're missing one key point here. I find it nearly impossible to have an opinion on this deal, considering the fact that, like everybody else, deep in my heart, the biggest thing I want is for the hostages to come home. Anything short of that, one, makes you feel like a shitty person, but two, it's just socially unacceptable to be anti the hostages coming back home. We've seen time and time before, both in the release of Gilad Shalit and how that freed Sinwar, that process ends up biting us. And that's exactly the reason why these terrorists steal hostages in the first place. There's just something I want everybody to keep in mind. And again, this is not me saying I'm anti the hostage deal. I genuinely have a hard time taking an opinion on yes or no. I see negatives to both and I see really big positives to both. It's very, very hard for me to come to an opinion. I'm just being honest about it. Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, they will all back off if this hostage deal goes through, and most likely the Islamic regime of Iran will probably as well. They've stipulated it time and time again. What happens after that? They rearm. It's just a band-aid solution that Israel tends to keep doing and America keeps pushing for. It just seems like we're going back to square one. But besides that, because that has to do with the hostage deal, I want you guys to remember that these proxies of Iran at some point were not proxies of Iran. They were their own independent terrorist groups. And trust me, they will continue to be so forever. Do not infantilize these terrorist groups and make them seem just like a symptom of the Islamic regime. They are their own independent people. They do receive funding and influence from Iran, but they themselves will operate with or without Iran. If a ceasefire goes through, we give time for our enemies which are not defeated yet, one, to celebrate, to declare a victory, and to rearm. And that unfortunately pushes us back to October 6th in square one again. In some ways, it's a better square one than October 6th because we have damaged Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis significantly. But like we know, these terrorist groups are like cockroaches. You can't just end them by doing 95% of the job. And I'm not even going to say that we've done that much. I don't think we've done 95% of the job. But they will come back. They will come back for sure. And the fact is, the moral victory, being able to declare a victory in the Muslim world, will have reverberating negative effects towards Israel, towards Jewish people, towards anybody who considers himself a Zionist, Jew or not Jew. Minorities all over the Middle East are going to suffer because that morality, that moral boost of winning that Islamists carry, even though their entire society has been decimated, their towns have been destroyed, they will stand on the rooftops and declare a victory. The second a ceasefire goes through, it will do damage. I have the utmost sympathy, love, and compassion in my heart for the hostage families. There is no right or wrong here. We lose in every single scenario. So let's just hope for the best and pray for their safe return in the right context.